Hello everyone. So Saturn went retrograde today, July 13th at about 12:30 this morning, Central Daylight Time. And it's going to stay that way until around November 28th at 1:24 a.m. Central Daylight Time. All of these readings are meant to help you understand what the different themes or energies going on for this retrograde are going to look like. I do recommend watching all 12, especially as each sign pertains to the house in which it rules for you and your birth chart. All right, at the very least, I hope you watch your big three. With that said, I'm using the deck of many things, my hand-drawn cards, and the Darkwood Tarot, and then I'm going to pull some guidance from the Magical Spirit Oracle for each sign. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the messages. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what is going on for your Saturn retrograde cycle. All right, Cap. So Saturn, that's your planet. And it's retrograding with Neptune, which deludes things. With the Talons here, the Talons in Dungeons and Dragons, which is where the deck of many things comes from, represents all magical items that you possess disappearing permanently. Translate that to real life, magic items are your divine magic, your connection to divinity, your divinatory tools, right? Your intuition. The Talons are snatching up a cup. It is your intuition. However, the sun is on the bottom, and the sun, you gain a wondrous item and a whole lot of experience. Like a lot. Now, the wondrous item could most definitely be a person, or in replacement of all that you have given up in your regular, everyday magical tools. Everything you've got in your modality toolbox. You've been given a wondrous item instead. And with the Black Swan, it's a crown. It's a crown. I could not help but feel like the divine gift that you were given is in this crown. Now, the Black Swan on this card is swimming on the lake in the night. And if you think about a lake at night, it looks like a black mirror. I feel like this crown has multiple abilities that you gain from wearing it. Or if it's a person that you gain by heeding what they're saying. Because they know how to navigate the black mirror. They know how to navigate the dark. And if all of your other magical modalities are offline, this crown is essentially all you need. It is a connection to spirit, right? The crown chakra. You are fully open to receiving these messages from the divine through other means. Now, Capricorn's opposite sign, Cancer, is intuitive as fuck. It's not necessarily Capricorn's forte. However, Capricorn is a manifesting machine in the material world, and obviously manifested something to help them navigate through whatever this black mirror is. I do feel like you were going to pick up new gifts, spiritual gifts, quote unquote magical items along the way. You just lost the ones you had. You didn't lose the ability to gain more, similar or different. But in the meantime, you have this wondrous item. this wondrous person. And they allow you to see inside the darkness, allow you to navigate the shadows. And I do feel like it is divinely protecting you from shadow interference. Highly protective. Like a gift of foresight or premonition when you need it the most. It's a huge blessing. With the 3 of Wands on top and the 8 of Wands on bottom, I do feel like you're a little bit out of your element. The 8 of Wands depicts a mermaid who's sitting in between a couple of rocks with the wands floating above her. And her tail has been completely shred. She's bone thin and weak, washed up on these rocks. But she hasn't given up yet. She's listening to the pings, right, of the 8 of Wands, the guidance coming in. And it's letting you know which paths are vampiric, which thought processes, which beliefs that would result in you feeling completely drained. Is letting you know which paths to avoid and which paths to take. The Ace of Wands comes out with the 2 of Swords reversed. I do feel like with this wondrous item you've got, you do have this spark, this fire, this ignition to move forward, and know you're not blind. You know you're not blind with the 2 of Swords reversed. You are not between a rock and a hard place. It just means there's another answer that you wouldn't have otherwise seen. There's a solution that you would have not otherwise come up with. The Sun is here again. Got the Sun card twice. Is here with you. With the 4 of Wands reversed, it's the Troll Bridge. It's the Troll Bridge. And I don't think you are getting stuck on the quote-unquote riddle, trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out a way to cross an impassable path. And yet you know in order to get to the other side, you got to figure out the riddle. I think whoever or whatever this wondrous item is, this crown, is letting you know there is another way. You might not be able to see it, but it's there. And if you see, right, this troll is sitting under the bridge, right, with the stream there, the water. If you look at the next card, there's a feminine in her birthday suit riding the black horse, which reminds me of the black swan, right? The birthday suited woman is rising up out of the water. You know how sometimes we can't always see it and we think we've got to go around the long way, but there's caves that go underneath the ground and you come out the other side. It might require you to swim, but you come out on the other side. It's almost as if the wondrous item or the black swan showed you a cave. And you know not to be afraid, the Seven of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, because if you let your fear get the best of you, you'll end up with the bad luck and have to take the long way. And or be stuck trying to figure out this riddle for God knows how long. It's like the divine is guiding with this mermaid. The mermaid knows the paths underneath the river, the different ways connected via water, underwater. Where we up on the surface might not be able to see it. Water being intuition, right? Emotion. The earth, the land being the 3D. You're being given a different way to get to wherever you're going. A shortcut. A fast route. Avoiding the long way. And the frustration of being stuck at that bridge. Right? The Two of Swords is that rock in a hard place. Like, what do? Do I try and answer the riddle and stay stuck forever? Or do I take the long way on land and try and find another place to cross? If there even is one. And someone is letting you know that there is another way. You don't need to go the long way, and you don't need to take the bridge. It's through this water, right? It's through the intuition. But you can't be afraid to heed the guidance, to listen. Not only do you find your way across and out of whatever this is, you find another item along the way. A pearl, a glowing pearl. And the Empress, this high feminine, brings it in. It puts the Hanged Man in reverse, which eliminates stagnation and brings clarity to untruths, which help heal the Three of Swords in the reverse. The lies that other people weave that would put knives in your heart and hurt you, that you would be hurt by the lies, the manipulations. This pearl brings clarity to you, brings clarity and momentum for you to receive what you were always meant to receive. You're coming out of the chrysalis, right? Where your rainbow has been on the other side of the wall. The other side of the bridge, right? That you can't cross. And it's like so close and yet so far. Like you could see the damn rainbow and you can't get to it. You opened up to another way. You've got high feminine energy present with you. And a whole lot of truth being revealed. It's almost like you've become a lie detector. You can feel it, you can sense it because you have this item. Because you trusted. Because you didn't get down and out about what you lost or what was offline. You focused on what you did have, and what you did have in your reality was more powerful than all of your other items combined, and is leading you to more wondrous items. Reminds me of the scorpionic energy. Because I'm looking at the witch. And there was, I think witch was their guidance card that came out. They had two, and I think the witch was one for Scorpio. The witch is offering you the pearl. The mermaid energy, right? It's all connected. The high feminine energy. You're navigating through some crazy 12th house shit. With the Hanged Man and the Moon. And it's like you're dodging demons. Right? Navigating the black mirror. You might be in the middle of the dark night. But instead of getting stuck in it, You've got such a wondrous gift. It is helping you shortcut right the fuck out of it. It's eliminating further pain from becoming manifest. Let's pull you a guidance card. Spirit, please. What is the guidance for Capricorn? What is the guidance for Capricorn with this Saturn retrograde? The awakened dead. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. Resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation. Card number 16. Let's read this for you. Really, 16. 1 is initiation and 6 is unconditional love to the 7, which is divine miracle, right? Resilience, nirvana, self-appreciation, and future. I honor all of me, my past, present, and future selves. Really, the image, right, looks like this light blue circle. And it's reminding me of this magical pearl that the witch is holding. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. It says this card can mean it's time for you to have a powerful moment of self-realization about the life you are leading, as if you have already lived it, as if your future self is talking to you. This card can also mean that you have been self-critical, and that is okay. You are on the right track, even if it's not going as you planned it. Point of view. Imagine you are reflecting on your life from the afterlife. You're so proud of yourself because you were always doing so much better than you thought you were. Yeah, you can see it now. You know it now. But you wish you could have known it then. You wish you could have seen yourself the way you see yourself now. God, you are so beautiful. You realize it was always a choice that you decided to make over and over, even when you didn't want to, even though you didn't have to. It would have been easier, you know, not to, but you did. You chose to empower yourself, to begin again, to believe again, to pick yourself back up after you fell so hard. Nose in the dirt, tears in the soil, hands grasping the earth. And it's okay if you sometimes lay there in that cold darkness a bit longer than you should have. You were in pain. You were tired. And it's okay if you judged yourself for that. You wanted the best for yourself because you believed. You chose to believe. Because even after your weakest aching, I'm so dead inside moments, you called for a rebirth and a reckoning after chaos ensued. You summoned those faintly lit and seemingly dormant powers to come out from deep within your soul, and they finally did. Sometimes you weren't sure though, and that's okay. It's just incredible that even through all the craziness of this world and people, you did it, you know? You did it. Just wish you could have known that you always could have trusted yourself. You always could have trusted yourself. This card is a testament to the times we thought we were broken, but instead were awakened. transformed and alchemized through darkness. A salute to all the lessons ahead and how much grace we deserve to give ourselves. Take time to appreciate how far you've come. Give yourself a hug. Look at yourself through the eyes of your wise future self. Think about your younger self and how much compassion you have for them. Imagine this times 1,000 once you reach the end of your life. Give yourself this love now. 1,000 times. That's what this is. That's what this foresight is. This ability to get that clarity. The lie, right, that causes the pain. You should be so damn proud of yourself. Resilience. You have conquered and overcame so much. Got your ass beaten by life, right? Beaten by life. We're on your last bits of energy that you can muster. And decided to not get stuck. You decided not to take the long, hard way. You understood that where there is a will, there is a way. You're the fucking GOAT. You want to get to the top of that mountain, you're getting to the top of the mountain. Where there is a will, there is a way. No matter how steep the climb, and no matter how harsh the climate, you didn't give up. You didn't give up. You knew there was a way. That you weren't going to get stuck at some troll bridge. That you weren't going to have to take this long, impossible route just to get across wherever you needed to be. You navigated through water. Used intuition. Used foresight. Used premonition. And avoided all the bullshit. The future bullshit. The things that tried to break you just proved your strength. That's all it did. And the people in your life, person or people, whoever you got, they are working wonders. Working wonders with you. Blessing you and giving you this ability to truly navigate through the shadow. To get in touch deeply with spirit. So that you don't repeat any bullshit. Divinely protected and blessed with foresight. As if your future self is telling you in hindsight. That is fucking incredible. This Saturn retrograde with Neptune, it might not be your forte, Cap. Aries squares your sign. Saturn's going to go back into it. Neptune's going to go back into it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. You cannot be better equipped to handle it than you are. Whatever you feel you've lost with your intuition or whatever it is, your previous modalities going offline, you have gained so much more. Trusting in the process. Trusting in the intuition and the messages you're receiving from outside of yourself. Being able to receive the divine through the wondrous manifestations that you've got. And that's incredible. And you do deserve a hug. You should be so proud of yourself. You should be so proud of yourself. I will continue to give messages throughout the Saturn cycle and moving forward, for sure, both on TikTok and YouTube. I will be present for you guys and continue to read. I do hope you follow me on both. Cap, thank you for tuning in and sticking around. I do hope that this message resonated with you and that you drop a like or a heart no matter what platform you're on viewing me. And if this is where we part ways, just know I have so much love sent your way, and I will catch you next time. Bye.